contest is a singles match set for one fall, and it is for the undisputed WrestleForce Championship! Can we please have the music for our first wrestler?
Well, welcome everyone to our main event of Woolmer Green. This highly anticipated matchup. We've got the former international champion Jordan Saeed.
Making his way to the ring, the challenger, accompanied by Cali Gray. He is the Shah of professional wrestling, Jordan Saeed.
Jordan Saeed is a former international champion. In fact, he lost the WrestleForce International Championship to Voodoo a year ago when the belts were unified. Since then, Jordan Saeed has not won the WrestleForce Undisputed Championship. I'm sure he'd love to win the international title back and also the other WrestleForce Championship. But in order to do that, he's going to have to defeat our two-time WrestleForce Undisputed Champion, about to make his entrance, the incredible athlete, James Farrell.
And introducing his opponent. Making his way to the ring, the champion, the reigning and defending two-time undisputed WrestleForce champion, James Farrell!
Rejoining the commentary station, Giovanni Butterscone.
Always a pleasure to be commentating and announcing here at WrestleForce. Thank you for tuning into WrestleForce TV. We are in for an absolute treat as two of the top... Oh, hang on a minute!
Gosh, that almost started in a hurry, didn't it?
I was about to say between the top two competitors in WrestleForce, and you know, as fantastic as a competitor as Jordan Saeed, his sportsmanship and his professional conduct is something that is really questionable these days.
Yes, indeed. I cannot disagree with that. Also, do we really need Cali Gray out here for this match? I certainly don't trust him that he's going to keep to himself.
A very troublesome partnership, and as we saw when Cali Gray faced off against Voodoo, this partnership is one that does pay dividends. Oh, what is this? Come on.
Not yet, Jordan. No, you've got to beat James Farrell before you can do that.
The disrespect to put your hands on a championship that is not yours.
Yes, tell me about it. I do know something about this.
Yeah, you probably know it better than anyone.
But yeah, thankfully it's back in Nick Cooper's hands now. But yes, Gio, you were not present at the New Milton event where James Farrell regained the WrestleForce Undisputed Championship. It was just as good a match as the main events you have called in Romford when Mark True won the WrestleForce International and WrestleForce Championship from James Farrell and then retained that WrestleForce Undisputed Championship against Kieran Lacey. You weren't present for it, but take my word for it. Heck, watch it on WrestleForce TV.
I don't need to take your word for it. I did indeed watch it on WrestleForce TV, and I was blown away. And there's a reason. There's a reason why James Farrell is a two-time undisputed WrestleForce champion.
Oh, I do believe, I think Nick Cooper might have made the call to eject Cali Gray out of here. Yes, indeed he has. great call.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has ejected Kelly Gray from ringside.
Well, that's an excellent decision.
Do you know what? I feel bad. Let's send him off properly, Woolmer Green. Na 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 na! Na 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 na!
And James Farrell and the Woolmer Green chorus treating us to a rendition of Na 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 for Cali Gray as he is ejected from ringside for this undisputed championship bout. And he's taken the sweets with him. I was going to have one of those.
Oh. Well, at least we can... Yes, I'm very happy that we're going to see a good one-on-one contest. Although I don't doubt that Jordan will seek shortcuts, will seek to break the rules. But at least we won't have Cali Gray at ringside also getting involved.
This is classic Saeed.
Indeed.
With these kind of antics, I think the crowd in Woolmer Green are right to call him a chicken.
Yes, I can't disagree with that at all. These two are familiar with each other. They've had a tag match. It was James Farrell and Danny Haynes taking on Cali Gray and Jordan Saeed, but this is the first time they've met one-on-one. And unfortunately, we're starting out with Jordan Saeed, well, doing this. Gio, do you think that James Farrell will be the first wrestler to win the WrestleForce Undisputed Championship, both singles titles and the Tag Team Championships alongside Danny Haynes?
I believe he is the bookmaker's favorite, the bookie's favorite. Not only is he so impressive in his singles career, current reigning two-time undisputed champion, but you've seen how effective his partnership with Danny Haynes is.
It's a prize many wrestlers are gunning for. I think James Farrell could be the first wrestler to do it. That's if his schedule will permit for it. What a knockdown. What an athlete. As the WrestleForce Undisputed Champion, also looking to be in contention for the Tag Team Championship, sometimes he's summoned to defend that WrestleForce Undisputed Championship.
Absolutely, and that's the reason why Danny Haynes we saw earlier tonight tagging with Kean Cameron instead of James Farrell as usual. But that pairing proved to be successful. So you have the fantastic James Farrell and Danny Haynes picking up wins left, right and centre. So a very effective teaming, and one that, as you said, James Farrell could be on his way to being the first ever man to win both those accolades.
Indeed, if the match just gets booked, I think we'll see it. The current Tag Team Champions, unfortunate to say, are the Dead Sad Boys. But if James Farrell and Danny Haynes could challenge them...
Yeah, it's a bitter pill to swallow for Dead Sad Boys being your current and new WrestleForce Tag Team Champions, but just such a set of unfortunate circumstances making it happen that way. I mean, I hate to rub salt into the wound, Ollie Peace, but have you had any communication with Kylo Reese since the shocking events in Witham? Do you have any idea what happened and why?
No, he won't answer. What a kick to the gut. But yeah, I'm regrouping. Things didn't go very well tonight. I'm very happy to say I've got Kieran Lacey in Chelsea. That's a series of matches where I was at my best and happiest at WrestleForce. And a cravat across the ropes, come on. Like I said, I didn't doubt Jordan Saeed would stoop to rule breaking. And what a forearm right to the face. Forearm to the chest. Those are perfectly legal in professional wrestling. You cannot give James Farrell an inch. He takes a mile. Oh my gosh, repeated head bashes in the corner. And inexplicably inexplicably, Jordan Saeed's head is still bashing in. I can't explain it. Gio, what's happening?
I can only imagine that the whiplash was so severe, he found himself trapped in an endless loop.
Vicious right hands.
I don't think Jordan Saeed knows where he is.
That's understandable. And we could... That's the 10th is the charm.
And this crowd in Woolmer Green firmly behind the two-time undisputed champion, James Farrell.
I mean, that must be legal, I guess. There's nothing in the rule book about a foam hand.
Maybe the rule book needs to be updated. It is 2022 after all.
Oh, this is very legal, but very painful. If it's an open palm strike to the chest, which it is, and we heard it. Jordan's trying to go in the closet. Well, and we don't even know what's happening now, so we can't call it.
We're going to have to ask the venue for access to that CCTV footage.
Our cameraman hasn't followed them. James Farrell using the chair.
Dumping Jordan Saeed coccyx first onto this hardwood floor here in Woolmer Green.
Well, we could see another vicious strike. Oh, that really didn't go to plan.
Oh, and you can see James Farrell in a lot of pain there. Oh, and now dumped onto the hardest part of the ring, and it's that, ladies and gentlemen, if you're unfamiliar with the anatomy of a wrestling ring, is where just the solid steel beam meets the wood at the edge. It is literally the hardest part of the ring. That is why the wrestlers wrestle inside the ring.
Indeed, in this particular ring where we have half posts, there's absolutely no give. Right where Jordan just bashed James Farrell's head, there's a half post supporting that. That's on the floor. I don't imagine there's much give in those doors either.
Absolutely not.
James Farrell was just having too much fun. And it was that one miss of a palm strike where he hit the post that Jordan capitalized on. And look at the complexion of this match has completely changed.
Jordan Saeed now taking this match much more seriously. Incredibly high-stakes matchup with the WrestleForce Undisputed Championship on the line. We've seen this match go all around the room now. We find ourselves finally back inside the square circle where the decision must take place if Jordan Saeed wants to walk away with the WrestleForce Undisputed Championship. A pinfall or submission victory needed here to get him the championship.
James Farrell vaulting in. I think attempting a sunset flip, and he's got it.
Double leg Nelson pin, but only gets a 2.
Going for a slam. Wasn't able to hold him. But he did that time. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again.
Oh, I think he's looking for that signature. Looking for that high jump leg drop. James Farrell, a former track and field athlete with that Olympic pedigree, he is able to jump higher than the top rope from a standing position in the middle of the ring, but to no avail there as Jordan Saeed moved out the way. And Jordan Saeed now teeing off on the midsection of James Farrell.
Oh, the whole ring just moved. Jordan just drove James Farrell into the corner with that posting, and the whole ring moved.
Moved the ring about 6 inches diagonally. That is the strength of Jordan Saeed.
I got so caught up earlier speculating about if James Farrell could be the first triple champion, just as he does a double leg takedown, looking for the spin.
Here it is, the Olympic swing, ladies and gentlemen. As Entertaining as this is, ladies and gentlemen, it is absolutely horrible to be on the receiving end of that. It just discombobulates you. You have no idea where you are. You feel sick. Blood rushes to your ears. It's a horrible feeling, and it's going to allow James Farrell to recuperate while Jordan Saeed struggles to get to his feet. Oh, hang on! Jordan Saeed's so disoriented, he takes a swing at the referee and eats a drop kick to the face for his troubles.
James Farrell discombobulated as well, but had the wherewithal to hit that drop kick. And now we're back on the outside. Please don't go back into that closet. Before James Farrell did the swing, I was just about to say, perhaps in my speculation of him being the first Triple Crown winner in WrestleForce, I forgot the possibility that Jordan Saeed could very well win the WrestleForce Undisputed Championship in this match today. Oh, especially when he drives James Farrell into the wall. If I were Jordan, I would get right back on James Farrell. You see what happens if you give James Farrell air to breathe. He spins you around, for one.
Absolutely, and also Jordan Saeed, he doesn't want to win this match by count-out because a count-out victory will not grant him the WrestleForce Championship.
Maybe he just wants this whole ordeal with James Farrell to be over. But yes, indeed.
Must be an ulterior motive to that, because it makes no sense to me.
Well, maybe he was just spun around that the blood did indeed go to his head, and he just wants this match to be over.
Maybe he's so confused he forgot this match was for the championship. Oh, and I think he's looking for that signature camel clutch.
Indeed he is, sticking a forearm into the lower back right before he applies it.
James Farrell in the center of the ring with nowhere to go. If he taps out, we will have a new WrestleForce champion.
Crowd chanting at James Farrell not to give up, and he certainly isn't. Oh, he just piggybacked Jordan Saeed, but Jordan Saeed with another vicious forearm. And James Farrell's down on his belly again. And back in the camel clutch.
And he's got it sunk in even deeper this time. You can see James Farrell doesn't have his knees to support him. His back is being compressed. He's got Jordan Saeed's hands around his throat. He's being absolutely punished right now.
James Farrell so tenacious, he's not submitting, but does he have the strength to lift Jordan Saeed up again?
Oh, and he's able to hit it this time. The high jump leg drop, ladies and gentlemen. James Farrell jumping about 7 feet in the air to deliver that leg drop. And now he's winding up for the shot put.
And so suddenly James Farrell is on top, leveling Jordan. Going for the scissor kick.
And he nails it. James Farrell calling for a decapitation as he gestures for and lines up for that famous discus lariat. We've seen him win many a match with this, but Jordan Saeed had it scouted. Jordan Saeed.
Spinning lariat of his own there.
Only gets a 2 though. James Farrell, fantastic conditioning, able to withstand a huge amount of abuse. As we saw in his clash in Romford with Mark True, it takes a lot to put him down. And Jordan Saeed with a fireman's carry slam. Could this be it?
Oh, that's as close as it gets. I thought we had a new undisputed champion.
I was about to grab the mic and make the call to announce a new champion. That's about as close as it gets, Ollie Peace.
Well, does he have anything left in him, James Farrell? I mean, he turned the tide so suddenly after being in the camel clutch. And what does Jordan do? He's tried the camel clutch. He's tried the DVD. The fireman carry slam. Oh, he's going up top. Logical, it makes sense. I would think that a maneuver off the top rope would be what it takes to put James Farrell away. Now James is fighting back though. Clubs to the back and a headbutt. Nice step through drop kick.
Incredible athleticism from James Farrell. Oh, hang on.
Is that the Olympic slam?
Oh, he absolutely nails it.
I think the spring just came out of place and it's over. What an Olympic slam.
Here is your winner and still undisputed WrestleForce champion, James Farrell.
Such an Olympic slam that it's dislodged the spring or it's popped up a board. You can see the ring has been deformed. Well, just as well, that was the main event, eh? Hey, what the hell's this? Oh gosh, he was ejected. And once again, WrestleForce, we really need some security. He was ejected from ringside for the match, but nothing about him was said about being out here after the match. But Voodoo, with unfinished business with Callie Gray. Powder for Jordan.
That's it.
And,
Come on,
oh
Voodoo.
no! Choke slam right on the deformed part of the ring. Well, fair play to Voodoo. Oh,
hang on a minute. A scene is unfolding here, ladies and gentlemen. Voodoo has his hands on the undisputed WrestleForce Championship belts.
well, these two had a cracker in Brentwood when James Farrell won the belt from him, and it looks to me like Voodoo wants those titles back. Oh. Yes, he does. That's kind of a mix of feelings there, right?
A very rare sign of respect from the monster Voodoo.
I'd love to see a rematch between these two.
Well, the message is clear. Voodoo wants an opportunity at those WrestleForce Undisputed title belts.
I hope he gets one. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment also, and on that note, I also hope we fix this ring. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. I'm Ollie Peace.
And I'm Giovanni Giorgio /Butterscone. It's been a pleasure, WrestleForce TV. We'll see you again soon.